I'd like to just take it a little bit further where you talked about the problem of leadership. What do you think is the main issue which is the reason why we are struggling with leadership? In your own view, what's the main issue?
You see,
the main issues?
Yes, over the years, even the Nigerian population has not held matters. You will recall that for the past 25 years or thereabout, we have had an experiment with democracy. The experiment is a continuing one. From my personal experience, when you go to the ordinary man who bears the brunt of the misgovernance of this country, no matter your quality, no matter what you propose to do in terms of qualitative, governance, if you go to seek for their assistance in terms of support,
yes,
instead of the ordinary man asking, what would you do if we vote you in? They are not concerned about that. What they are concerned is, what did you bring for us? That means that they are not concerned. Once you can give them pittance, once you can give them something that would satisfy their immediate greed,
they are fine.
They are okay.
How did we get there, Barrister?
Well, I think over the years, it has become a tradition over the years, perhaps. Of course, poverty has, contributed to the perspective that the ordinary Nigerian has today. Because over the years they've never really enjoyed good governance. They don't even know what good governance implies, which they should aspire to have. So the immediate need is, what did you bring for us? So a money misroad who has enough money to throw out, even if he doesn't have anything to contribute, is most likely to get the support of the electorate to get into governance. And when they get into governance, because they are not prepared, they don't even understand what good governance means. You are good to go to get support and so on. Just yesterday, I was in a court, and there was the discussion of a former governor of one of the states in this country who attempted to buy a wristwatch for $290,000, one polo wristwatch. And then he was...
You were in court?
Yes, I was in court.
As one of the...
As a lawyer.
Okay.
And it was not my case. It was another man's lawyer's case.
But you were present.
But I was there. The complaint was a former governor was scammed by scammers who promised to sell to him a wristwatch, polo wristwatch of $290,000. And I become, mad at that news.
So how did the governor, how was he going to pay?
He had paid actually. He had paid for it.
And he wasn't supplied.
Cash, and he wasn't supplied, and he had to report.
He paid cash.
209. That was 430-something million naira for just one watch. And I was asking, what job is that wristwatch going to do? What magic? That would show you the extent of corruption within the political class in this country.
That's a really, you just pointed to what I think is one of the major problems.
Yes, it is corruption.
It
is corruption.
It's ridiculous.
You see, unfortunately also, there's no training ground for politicians to really learn what they intend to go and do when they get into offices. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just, once he gets money to buy his way, he rises and he could become a governor. And when he becomes a governor, the pulse of the state is firmly in his pocket, and he can do what he likes with the resources of
and it's a